Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope y'all are doing great today. So is the Starlite right for you? I don't know. This whole refueling bit it needs a lot of work, but it has a lot of potential. I think it's going to be a really neat and interesting side hustle for people that's been in the game for a while that know how to do a little bit of dogfighting, but all in all, it's not too bad. Let's take a look at the ship. This is going to be my review of it and this new refueling game loop. Anyway, let's dive in, y'all. Thanks for watching. All right, so starting up here on the nose of the ship as always, it's MISC. It's got that whole combination of a prospector, a Starlancer look about it. I personally like it. I think it looks pretty good. I know it's not for everybody, but I kind of dig it. So right up here on the nose, these two little panels right here. There's two missiles. There's two size 1 missiles in those little panels right there. And right here is the button you push to get in for the elevator. That's how you get in and out of the ship. Really cool. Really nice. Now, they strategically, they're very sneaky about this, but they put these little bars right here. This kind of messes you up from like sliding a container in there. Because it looks like a SU container would fit in there. But yeah, it just can't seem to get past this little opening right here. So sneaky. The lines are really clean. And right there is that's a size 2 deadbolt cannon. The ship comes standard with 4 Badger repeaters, but I took these 2 off and put deadbolt cannons on. Highly recommend you do that. And it looks like it has like a little shield to protect the weapon, which is kind of neat. It doesn't move. It kind of stays in place, but it almost looks like it should move. But anyway, wait, over here on this engine nacelle, this is exactly what this is. We have a refuel port. Makes sense. And then right up under here is our fuel tanks. So the ship has these two. They're CR60 refuel tanks. Then they both hold 20 SCU. What you're going to do is you're going to put quantum fuel in one and then hydrogen fuel in the other. Okay. Then I guess if you wanted to like manually detach these with a tractor beam, you can. But I guess you have to unlock these things first to do it. I don't know why you would want to, but you can. The ship does have VTOL engines. These right here do move. Very cool. Here's the landing gear. Looks really, really nice. Very believable. And then here's the aft end of the ship. Here's the refuel. One of the refuel tanks. Starboard side is identical. But right here is our refueling arm. Refueling is tucked away in this little panel right here. And I'll show you what that looks like. Other than that, it reminds me of a T-56 engine on a C-130. The bottom of the nacelle looks just like that. Very similar. Here's the other deadbolt cannon. And then that is the exterior. I don't think I missed anything. Okay, let's go take a look at the inside. All right. Here is the inside. It looks very similar to a prospector. Very similar to a Hull A. Similar to a Fortune. It just looks good. So right here, we got some components behind these doors. Radar. Quantum drive. Let's see if I can open up the other one. There it is. Power plant. Okay. We'll work our way around here. Suit locker. This is the hab. Let's see if we can turn the light on. There we go. And we have a head. And let's see. There's my mug. That's pretty cool, right? Really nice. You handle your business. We have a head. We have a little bit of storage. 750K. Micro SE. Let me see if I can press it. There it is. 750K. Very nice. You have a bed that you can bed log in. We have a little food prep area. Let's see. We have life support. We have a little mini fridge. Pretty cool. We'll work all the way around. A little small weapons locker, engineering terminal. Two coolers, and 2 shield generators with 2 relays right there. What I've noticed is if you stand right here, it's real easy to like grab a fuse instead of pushing that elevator button. Just be mindful of that. Up here in the flight station, we have a cockpit, whatever you want to call it. We have a fire extinguisher and not much more. And I'm going to show you all the things you can actuate, buttons and doodads and such. Okay. We'll start over here on the port side. Let's see. We have open exterior, exit, enter remote turret, which I can do. Here's the remote turret. Let's see. We have quantum drive that doesn't, none of that seems to work. The MFDs are standard fare. We have this one refuel button, and I'll show you that in a second. Power off or flight ready, engines off or engines on, VTOL, and that's pretty much it. You're going to hit the refuel. It's going to deploy this. It's going to deploy this door right here. Let me turn off my head tracker. There we go. And then we press this, and this is the refueling panel here. So it's real simple. All you're basically going to do is once you get docked with the ship, you'll hit this button and it'll send in the fuel down, and you close it to close it. Then you'll turn on the quantum and you'll watch the status of your refueling. It's pretty simple. And then you just escape, get out of that. And then I'm going to hold the F button down, and then I'm going to click that, and that's going to go out of the way. Oh, that's basically it. Let me show you. So if I press the guns, that's my first press, and that's the deadbolt cannons. That's what they look like. Boom, boom. Pretty intense. The ship does have, like I'll show you the 2 missile racks that pop down, the little size ones. Not much to it. And then close them up. Pretty neat. Let me show you the refuel probe. We take off. We're going to hit the M button on the keyboard. And that is it. Pretty cool. I'll hit the M button again. And I'll lower the ship down. And that, folks, is the missed Starlite. All right, guys, here we are on Ship's Performance Viewer, and this is the stock Starlite, okay? And we're just going to come down here. Well, we're going to mainly focus on the components and the weapons. This is the stock loadout. Comes with industrial grade components, grade C components, pretty much all the way down. Yep, comes with 4 Badger repeaters. So the gimbal DPS is 558 on both sets. So what that works out to is about 1116 DPS with a 104 alpha damage. Now, if we was to lock the gimbals, you would be up to about 1312 DPS. Okay, with this standard loadout. And here's what the pips look like. This is how it's going to be powered with the current loadout. So you're definitely going to want to upgrade this. So here's my loadout. Okay, so what I did, and this is how my ship is currently set up. I've replaced the standard industrial grade C with these Concord civilian grade A shield generators, and these two have upped my my shield bubble by what, 1680 hit points, which is pretty good. The coolers, I added these civilian grade A Jalid, however you pronounce that, coolers. And then let's see, the radar is a Victor 80111 military grade A radar. Now here's the deal with this. You can only get this in New Babbage at a Mega Pro. Now you cannot navigate through the normal computer terminal to find it. You actually have to go into and search for it. So you have to type in Victor 801 and then it'll come up and then you can purchase it. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, so I happen to be recording this whenever I was going here to a Mega Pro to purchase these items. So as you can see, the drop down menus, I navigate to it and I can't find it. It's not in the menu. And so I started to get discouraged and I went back to Ship's Performance Viewer just to check again. And came back and searched it one more time. This is going to be, I'll cut all that out of there, but here you go. Maybe we can search for it. So I'm looking, and I'll put in a V and then an 8. There it is right there. Oh, that joker's expensive. Okay. All right. Let's see. These are kind of bespoke. You can't change out the fuel tank. So maybe one day you can. Maybe one day they'll let us, but right now they're locked. I put a Britain power plant on. This is the industrial grade A power plant. It's got the biggest amount of hit points and all that. So, and then I put an Atlas quantum drive, and this is the standard thing. But let me show you the quantum drive bit here. Typically, what I look for, I want the fastest quantum drive I can get with the lowest cooldown time. So now the Colossus Industrial Grade B is faster, but look at the cooldown time on it. That's what I care about. Now, if you're trying to do a stealth build, then you definitely want to look for a stealth one. But this is the one I go with right here, all day, every day. It is fantastic. So, I guess I unselected it, but there you go. That's what I have on my ship right now, and that's what I recommend you do. Okay. Now the weapons, I put 2 deadbolt cannons on here in conjunction with the Badger repeaters that are already there. And so I fly I fly with my gimbals locked. That's how I fly. So the DPS on this particular ship with the gimbals locked is 1667 with the alpha damage of 659. So that has bumped that thing up, as you can see, quite a bit. It's a monstrous improvement and definitely noticeable when I was fighting the Aurora and Mars. I mean, it was like all day long trying to kill these Auroras with the standard loadout, but now with these, oh man, it just is night and day difference. So highly recommend these cannons or something to that effect. Let's see, like I said, I mentioned that the shield generators have bumped up my my hit points. So there you go. Highly recommend you take this lot. And the cool thing is most of these components are right there in Babbage. I think the Galeeds are like Earl 2 or something like that. Let me see. You can get them that's another cool thing about this website. It'll show you where you can get these things. depending upon where you're at, they're mostly the gateways and stuff like that, but everything else is right there in Babbage. If that's your home base, that's mine. So anyway, and moving on. Look, so next I want to show you like the size comparison of the Starlite versus like this is the Prospector, and here's the MR that I kept coming up against. Show you a side profile. Then just kind of change it up. Let's see what this thing, here's the Salvation. Actually, that's the Scorpius. I didn't mean to pick that one. Let's see, the Salvation. So what's interesting is that the Salvation has the exact same shield generators as the Starlite. But there you go. The next thing I want to show you is, so I did another comparison chart here. And I basically call these specialty ships because that's really what they are. They're meant to do a certain thing. Now some of them have a little bit of can do a little bit of other things, but for the most part they're meant to do one thing, and that's the category I put them in. So the Starlite, if you just look at the numbers, most of its flight characteristics are below average, and I guess that's to be expected. Look at the mass of this thing. This thing is huge. It's double and almost triple the size of these other ships. But the one thing that it's not the worst, it doesn't have the worst stats, but it's definitely not the best, okay? But the one thing that jumps out at me when you look at the numbers, look at DPS of all these other ships compared to this one. This thing is made to fight. Now, the armor and the shield stats would disagree with my last statement, but look at it. The Salvation has better armor than the Starlite and has the same shield characteristics. Very interesting. Look at the total health hit points of the Starlite. Quite a bit. I mean, look at the fuel that it can carry. Yeah. But the main thing, when I look at these numbers, man, I'm sitting here thinking they made this ship. They was like, okay, we want to do refuel missions, so we need a ship that'll do refuel missions. Okay, cool. Well, we want to have that ship or ships doing these missions being jumped by pirates. Okay, well, that's cool, but these guys are going to get eaten alive. We need to give it some more teeth. And that's kind of what I think they did. They stuck size 2s on there, and it can hold its own. It's not the best. Obviously, you don't have the best armor and shields, but you do have a pile of hit points. But it's definitely not the worst. It does pretty good. So you can take it out and you can defend yourself once you get the hang of it. There you go, guys. There's the flight characteristics, and there is the weapons loadouts and your equipment loadouts for this new Starlite ship. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna cut back to the hangar, and then we'll take the ship out and run some missions. So there you go. All right, guys, let's take a look at the contracts, and I want to show you the things about it that hurts my head and kind of show you what these things look like. So if we're going to we're going to go to F1, and real quickly, I'm just going to show you where my reputation's at as far as the, I'm working on the contractor level right now. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to contracts. We're going to go down to refueling. It could be up here, it could be anywhere, but this is where it's showing up for me. And as you can see, we've got some for 107, 150, 43, 19. The 19Ks are the starter ones. But we'll look at these. We'll look at these first, okay? So some of these missions, the main thing that hurts my head about these missions is the inconsistency of the data on this screen right here. Now, the 19Ks tell you that this mission is going to be above Calliope, which is a Microtech, and it's going to be an Asperia Talon Shrike. This is a light fighter, so I know I have enough. I have 20 SU of hydrogen and 20 SU of quantum fuel, so I know I can cover that. So here's another one. Same type of ship, different moon. Here's an Avenger Stalker, which is basically an Avenger Titan. Again, above Calliope. And I go down, that's all of those. Then we'll go to the 43K one. It says it's a debris field above Clio, but it's an Aegis Vanguard Harbinger, which is like a heavy fighter, right? This thing right here holds 39 SCU of hydrogen fuel. The Starlite only holds 20. I'm not going to be able to complete this mission, and I can't leave and come back. The game, it will not dock. It will not redock once you disconnect. It just won't. So you can't do this mission with the Starlite, right? So again, this particular page doesn't tell me where well, first of all, it doesn't tell me shit, but most importantly, it doesn't tell me what the fuel loads are going to be that I need to complete it. So you would need to be looking here and then going to like so like look, let's go. All right, so if we look at ship's performance viewer and you go to, it's an Aegis ship, right? Harbinger. And you come over here, okay, hydrogen, 39 SU of fuel, 2 SCU of quantum, right? That's the only way you're going to know how much that, oh no, I can't do that one. And we shouldn't having to be going to other websites to figure that out. You should just put that information here. So, oh, that's, I need, 39 SCU of hydrogen fuel. I need, 1 SCU of quantum fuel, whatever the case may be. It just doesn't do it. Let's take a look at some of the other ones. Here's 150K. It says it's an asteroid mining base. It's an Avenger Titan. Cool. But it doesn't tell me where it's at. Is it in Pyro? Is it in Nyx? Is it Crusader? Like, where is it? Where do I need to go? Because if I got to jump all the way to Pyro, which I did, would it be better to run 3 of these locally than to waste all this time to go way out there for just this? I don't know. It seems like to me it's a waste of time. It's a time sink. And we keep looking at these. The same deal. Avenger Titan doesn't tell me where. It doesn't tell me where. Here's 107. Doesn't tell me where. All I know is it's a Scorpius and Terry's. So there you go. There's all the missions and the things that hurt my head about them. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to take you out on some of these missions. I'm going to show you how to refuel, the mechanics of that. We're going to cover a couple missions. I'm going to show you doing some dogfighting, what that's going to look like, because you're definitely going to run into it. It's not if, it's when. I'm going to show you at the end. I'll show you how to refuel your external tanks on this ship. So here we go. Let's see if we can even get a contract. There we go. That one took. All right, let's grab the ship and we'll go run a mission. All right, first things we're gonna do. I'm gonna turn on my head tracker. Let me reset my head tracker here. There we go. We're gonna go down here to the deadbolts. Just like that. That looks pretty good. And then over here, good deal. Target scanning. All right, let's go. Alrighty. So we're gonna go to the moon of Cleo. There it is. That'll work. Yeah, don't worry about that. All right. Just switch to SCM mode. Here is our... I'm going to I'm gonna bring my shields up. Most likely this is going to be a scam. We're going to be doing fighting here. Most likely. Oh, yep. Okay, so we got to kill this thing.
Caution, target friendly. Contact received. Caution, target friendly.
All right, so now we got to go find the ambusher. Okay. All right, here it is. So here's the thing with these. You want to get in this dude quickly as possible. All right, he's going to come alive here in a second. Oh, I launched missiles at me.
Shields under attack.
That's okay. We're good. All right, so I hit him with that. I hit him with that gun with the deadbolts, and the deadbolts hurt, boy. Trying to close the distance on him. Let's see if I can get a... Shields are down. All right, so my gun's shooting automatically. He's trying to get his shields back up. I'm burning to him, trying to close the distance on him. He's good. Let's see if we can...
Target destroyed.
There we go. Okay, so like we just took this one. Don't know where it's at. It just says go to the asteroid mining base. Where? Oh, where is it? Okay, that's right here in the system. All right, let's go. Okay. I'm gonna put... I see the girl's not talking. Alright, that looks like a ship. Yeah, I see flashy lights. That's actually a ship. Okay. We're gonna target that thing. Yep, that is actually a ship. Cool. And we're gonna go ahead and hit M to extend our refill probe. There we go. What we don't want to do is touch this guy. I don't recommend flying directly at him. So next thing we have to do is dock with him, okay? Just trying to get an idea. All right, I'm going to slow down a little bit here. Let's see. And what you want to do, I find it easier. Just come up behind him like this. And just try to get... What you want to try to do is put the nose, put your probe like right here. I'm gonna use my speed limiter to slow the ship down a little bit. Okay, I'm just gonna lower the thing down, let you see, and then come over a little bit, and let's get a look at it. Come back and down. Pitch, I'm going to yaw over a little bit. Come back. It ain't got to be perfect. And that's pretty good. All right. Now we're going to hit right alt in. There we go.
Procedure started. Approved to dock.
I'm not doing nothing, doing it. The best thing you can do once this process starts is just to take your hands off the keyboard and mouse and let it do it automatically, okay?
Scares the hell out of me.
Perfect.
Well, thankfully they got you to rescue them.
So now I'm complete.
Alright, it looks like you just arrived, so I'm going to patch you into the client.
Yes.
Bad news. Picked up some hostiles heading right for you.
All right, so
Something
Here's-
doesn't feel right.
here's what we're going to
Look
do.
out. Hiya, Dee Dee here. Let's see what you got cooking today.
I don't believe that.
Right, a refueling job. What would we do without folks forgetting to top
I'm going to
off,
hit
huh?
F and hit the deploy button.
Okay, now that you're on site, I'll get you patched in with the client.
I'm going to touch this, hit that. All right, so what we're going to do is you're going to open up this valve. Automatically does it, right? Okay. Close it. And then we're going to open up this valve and the quantum fuel is going to flow. So as soon as I do that, I'm going to switch to third person so you can see what the ship does. Open. And he flies away. That quick. And that is the refuel job. That's what they look like. And then when we get done, if I go back to F4, I'm going to
It's Dee Dee. Just calling to say I appreciate that you're the dependable sort.
see how
The
that...
kind of pilot Wayfarer needs. Safe
Well,
flying and don't be a stranger, you hear?
I'm going to close that. And then I'm going to hit M, retract my refuel probe. And that is refueling. That's how it's done. But that is the crux of doing fuel missions. Half the time you're fueling, the other half the time you're dogfighting. Or you're going and getting more fuel. Okay, I got one last thing to show you. All right, we blew up right there. Okay. All right, so this is how you refuel your tanks. We're going to I'm gonna kill the engines. All right, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna hit F1. What you do is you go like you would normally do. You're gonna go manual. All right, hit buy. Manual. If it let me. Manual. Buy. Restock our guns. Do our repairs. All right. All right. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to check. Let's see if our... It should show full. It does. Good deal. Doesn't mean it'll stay that way, but at least right now it shows full. I'm gonna kill power. And that is it. Well, there you go, guys. Final thoughts of the little Misk Starlite. All in all, I think it's a fine ship. It serves its purpose well as a refueler. I wish it had a little bit more fuel quantity in the storage tanks. I wish it carried a little bit more, but it is what it is. It's Misk. It looks nice on the inside. It's a proper ship. Really, the main issue with this this whole game loop is the contracts are just goofy. They need a lot of polish work done to them. All in all, right now, I cannot recommend this ship or this game loop to a new player. It's just because almost every other mission you take is going to be involving some type of dogfighting, and a new player that doesn't understand the mechanics of all that is going to get just obliterated. And even though you're coming up against these little auroras, they're tough little targets to hit, and if you don't know how to do it, it's not going to be a lot of fun. I think all in all, right now, refueling is a nice something different to do. It's a welcome addition to the game, indeed. And it could be profitable, but when you take a 150K refueling mission and you have no idea where you're going or what you're doing, and you end up in pyro and a whole boondoggle that ensues, I spent 2 hours trying to complete one mission. It was a disaster. You know what I mean? So it just needs a lot of work. So if you've been in the game for a while and you understand all those things, then this is a fun little ship to get you started in whether or not you want to try the refueling bit. I find it to be I can only handle 3 or 4 missions and I'm done. It's just rinse, dry, and repeat, and it just gets old doing the same dogfight over and over and over again. It's like, I'd rather, if it was just every once in a blue moon you get jumped, but that's not the case. And can you just imagine being in a Gemini? I don't know how you're going to finish that. You're going to have to crew up because you're going to have some folks helping you man the guns. If you're constantly getting jumped, I don't get it. So, but there you go, guys. There's my review of the Misk Starlite and the refueling game loop. And if the video wasn't complete garbage, please consider giving me a thumbs up if you think I deserve it. And if you're new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button right there above my left shoulder. That'd be awesome. And if you don't, that's fine too. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope y'all have a great day. And I hope this helps you make an informed decision on whether or not you should pick this ship up. And you're going to have to be the judge of that. So hopefully it'll get better. And we'll see. Anyway, y'all take care and have a great day. And as always, we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching, y'all. Red anchor, hand salute for 82. There you go, guys. Bye.